Hello and welcome to this episode of Calin's Outdoor Adventures. Today we're going to be tying a Prince Nymph. So I've got a size 12 lightning strike hook in the vise and a 1/8 inch brass bead in black nickel. So I'm going to attach some black uni thread in 6/0. Get that attached using a jam knot. Trim our excess. And we'll grab some goose biots. So we're going to wrap to the tail of the fly, just about to the bend of the hook. We're going to get our goose biots in a V. On either side of the hook. Measure them the length and do a loose wrap over the top so that you can adjust them. Happy with that. I'm going to secure my buyouts up the hook shank and trim the excess. Secure the tag ends and wrap back to the hook. The tail of the fly, and I'm going to grab some crystal flash. I'm using gold. I'm going to tie it in, wrap back to the tail. I'm going to grab some peacock pearl. I have 2 strands selected. I'm going to tie those in as well. You got to be careful with the peacock pearl, it is extremely fragile. And then we're going to wrap up to the head of our fly with our thread. And we're going to begin wrapping the peacock pearl in close touching spirals up to our thread. Once you reach the head of your fly, you're going to tie off your peacock pearl using wrap both in front of and behind, and you're going to snip your excess free. And you can set that aside and take further securing wraps. And you're going to grab your crystal flash, flatten it out, and you're going to wrap up on top of the peacock pearl in open spirals, trying to evenly space the tinsel. Once you reach your thread, you can secure it with wraps both in front of as well as behind it. And then snip your excess free. Then you can grab some soft tackle, insert that into your bead, and then secure that. Wrap your thread back to the head of the fly. And you can begin with brushing the fibers back and begin wrapping it around. Because I'm using saddle hackle, brushing the fibers back is a little bit tricky. I'm going to take a few turns of that, and you're going to secure it with wraps both in front of as well as behind the hackle. And you're going to brush that back and take thread wraps slightly on top of that. And trim your excess. Because I have a little bit of extra room, and just to help prop up the next step, I'm going to tie in one more peacock curl. This is an optional step and I generally don't do it, but I have a little extra room. And I am just going to wrap that up, make sure to not trap any echo fibers. I have a little extra room, and this helps prop up the goose biaps you will add in a second. So I'm going to secure that. I have a few little hackle fibers that got trapped, so I'll trim those. And then secure that, trim it. Then you're going to grab some white goose biots, select 2. You're going to trim those, lay them kind of in a V, just like you did your tails, over the back. Your fly, and take one loose wrap and get them how you like. Also, it is very important to make sure they are on top of the fly. This is also a tricky step. Separate those a little bit. Tie them in. Hold them back. And then wrap over them. Just to make sure that they are very secure. Those, you can wrap onto those just to further secure them. You're going to want to cover up any exposed biots, always the tag ends of the biots. And then you're going to get some free thread, grab your whip finisher, give it a couple turn whip finish, and you're done. Seat the knot, snip your thread free. It's complete. And I dropped my bobbin, but there you go. There is your Prince Nymph. Mine doesn't look entirely like a standard Prince Nymph, but it probably will catch fish. Thanks for watching. Click subscribe.